Hello, this is Ada Ray from Bricks Maven, and in this video, we'll be looking at the setup for a design of a one-page website. We'll be building it's actually a wellness spa website, and it's be a different kind of video than I usually do. And we're actually going to be going from Figma to Bricks. So I'm going to divide this series of videos over this is going to be a series of videos, what I'm trying to say. And so there'll be a part 1, part 2. I don't know how many parts it'll be, but I don't want the videos to be like super long. I'll try to stick to a certain part of the process and then move on as we go. So this video is about the setup. So all the stuff you need to do, the prerequisites that you need to do before you actually start on your website project, before you start designing, before you even start developing. So most of you guys are familiar with a professional workflow. So you have people that immediately start building in a page builder. You have those kind of people. Unfortunately, I would not know how you actually validate your design with the client. You would actually create the website and then show the client, and then if he wants to make changes, you then revert back to the build and make the changes. For me, that's too cumbersome, so I'd rather just design it first, get an approval, and once the design is actually done, everything is locked in, the client has approved everything, the development process is mostly always smooth. And we're living in a time that there's AI. Obviously, you can prompt one-shot your website designs. Obviously, you can tweak it further, but I still like to stick to the traditional way of building a website, where it gives me more control of the styling. Obviously, I can design my own websites, so I'm just trying to find a way to use AI in my workflow. Maybe it be like generating a design system, stuff like that. Or maybe generating ideas for design. So there's a way to also use AI. And I just want to jump into the first part, which is the prerequisites. So if I just zoom in here. So first point, make sure you have copy. The copy is very important when you're starting out your design. Most people just design first. I used to do that in the past, years ago. I would always just design the website and then add the copy later. But then what you find is that you will design a section in a certain way, and then the copy that needs to be added doesn't fit into the section that you've designed. So that doesn't make sense. It's like that's not the right order of working. So you make sure that the copy is there, right? So in this case, I have copy. So let me show you. I have copy here. So I have all those sections. So this is the hero. We have a trust strip. We have problems section. We have the solution section. There's a guided service section, and so forth. We have the services, experience, transformation, testimonials, pricing, booking, FAQ, and final CTA. We also have a footer, the contact information, links, etc. So based on this copy, I will be designing the website. So I don't know what sections I will be creating yet. I don't know what section I'll be choosing to create this website, but at least I have the copy. I have the content, the text that needs to be displayed on the screen. So it gives me a lot of options to structure it in a way that fits this project, right? That communicates whatever it needs to communicate to the target group. Okay, so first, make sure that you have copy. Do not design without copy. I know there will be circumstances that you must do that, but if you want to create a great end product, make sure that you have the copy first. And for those that wait for the client to get your copy, you might have to level up and write your own copy or hire a copywriter. I know sometimes there's no budget for it. Find out how to actually structure a page, because there's also AI nowadays. You can use AI, and I'll come back to this point on one of the other prerequisites here. So sketch before wireframing or designing. So once you have the copy, just take your time, go back to the traditional way, pen and paper, take a pen and paper, draw out the design. It's a easy way to test certain layouts, certain structuring. You can, it's just pen and paper. You can make mistakes, you can be creative, and usually sometimes you can come up with new ideas of displaying the layout. So I would recommend this because once you actually sketch it, it makes the wireframing easier and then makes the designing easier. And sketching is like the really low, they call it low fidelity, so it's really low level. You're not really defining anything yet. Just like, okay, here is where the heading is going to come, here's going to come a button. It's not really clean and structured, right? Wireframing, there's also you also have low fidelity wireframe, but you can also have high fidelity wireframing. And the wireframes of Brickmaven are high fidelity because they're actually they're finished designs. Obviously, you just need to like give it a coat of paint, right? And add images to it. And then of course the high fidelity design where you can actually add the colors, etc. So always sketch before wireframing or designing. Next, you need a design direction to make designing clear and directed. So you need a design direction. So in this case, what I've prepared, by the way, this is the Brickmaven Alpha Figma UI kit, which you can also obviously purchase on the site. If you have an LTD, you have access to this file. The reason why I'm also doing it this way is to slowly also introduce the different concepts and the different features that this file has that you can also use in your own project. So I have 3 ways to actually display your design direction, right? So let's say the client gives you site examples. You can display them in your Figma file. You can just make a screenshot. I have a Chrome extension called Go Full Page. So it's Go Full Page. I can add it to the description. Hope I don't forget. You can just make a screenshot of the whole landing page. You can save it in a PDF as a PDF or a JPEG. Then you just plug it into Figma, and that's what I did here. So I have some site examples which give direction to the project. So the kind of vibe, the kind of colors, right? You see it's clean, it's modern. There's a lot of sans serif, maybe also modern serif fonts, pink color going on there. You have the brown, the beige colors going on, which you usually see in beauty or spas. So this will be the vibe of what we're trying to create. So it's good to have a design direction because this also makes it easier again to decide how the website will look like. So if the client shows you, hey, this is what I would like it to look like, then you have a better chance of nailing it. Mostly on the first go, you can already surprise the client of having a good design. And obviously, if the client already has a branding, that's even much better, right? Because based on the brand, we can take the colors, we can take the style that's already been defined and use them in your design. It makes it really easy to design a website, if I'm honest. Because if the client doesn't have one, it just makes it a little bit harder to define which direction to go with. But make sure you do define it so that's easier to do. So for example, here, like I have an art direction here. I have some words that I can use, right? So I have like serene, soft shadows, overlapping elements. Okay, this is more like a future thing, maybe, a design thing. Editorial, high-end, exclusive, holistic. So I can look at these words and derive the right design direction out of it, right? Okay, I also added some more tools. Wait, I select? There's some other tools here. So we have a mood board, right? I just created some just fictive names here. So green serene, soft beige, purple wellness. As you can see, this is a vibe we could go with, these colors. We could also go for just beige. So this is more like monochromatic, right? Just monochrome, just one color, so beige, brownish colors. Or we could go for the, I have like purple wellness, it's more purple, and it's this like yellowish orangish color, right? So more like a accent color added in, and the website will then have this kind of vibe, right? So these are the images that we'll choose. We'll be using some candles. We'll also have like some backgrounds with blurred colors in it, like this here. You can see also texturing, right? This grainy texture you can see here. And also on this one, I also added like a texture, like a wall. So these are the things that you can use in the design, right? I think, did I add one here too? Yeah, so I added here like this soft shadows. You can see here, you can see this bouquet effect here going on here, and some plants. So this is actually based on, here you see it again here, right? On the background, you see this plant, soft shadows. So these could be on the background. They could be on cards, maybe on a hover. Maybe you see it on the background. So these are just ideas, you know, to these are, I'm just coming up with ideas that will fit the brand, fit the vibe that we're going for. So here you see that there's also a texture on the background, right? This beigey, like a wall. So yeah. And I've also went out of my way to prepare images. I did not upload them, but I have images and I have icons already. So I selected a few icons. I will show them. I don't have them in Figma. I don't know if I have them here. Do I have them here? So here. So these are the images I selected. Let me see if I can make them bigger. I took some pictures of like a team, which I can use for the team later. And I have a picture like of the studio, which you can see here. Studio, some other studio images you can use, but just a lot of images that might, you know, create the vibe that we're looking for. So I'm using all this stuff in the design like this. Maybe I'll not make this as hard as, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. So this is one thing I wanted to mention. Normally I would show you the end result, but there is nothing to show yet because I've not created it yet, because I'm going to create it with you. That's why I said it's going to be a few videos, and I might not show you everything because I don't want it to become like super long, like, you know, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, you know, because obviously I need to explain a lot of things, and when you're working, and it's a creative process, so sometimes I might just show you the end result. I might build certain things, but also just jump to the end result, and then you see how it looks like. Okay, so let's keep this going. Hope I can keep this 20 minutes. Okay. I made a typo here. If you want to create designs that are high level, make sure you use high quality resources. If you want to create tasty and healthy food, you need fresh and high quality ingredients. The same principle applies. So if you want to create good food, healthy food, you need good ingredients. If you want to create a website that looks real good, you need professional photos. And I know, yes, I know not every project can deliver you professional photos, but these days you have the opportunity to use AI. So this is a resource I use. It's called Lumi.ai. And as you can see, the images look realistic, but it's all AI, all AI. You know, in the past you could see like, hey, it's AI, but I mean, hey, it's looking pretty good. Some images you can see that, hey, this is AI. Look, this one is not as good, right? But if you use this in designs as a background, if you, you know, edit it a little bit, you know, you can tell. So I have a pro account here, so there's a lot of stuff I can grab, I can use. I can even generate my own images. They have video, you know, so if I turn this on, hope you can see it. Most of the time it slows down. Yeah, see, so look, this guy has 2 eyes, 4 eyes, see? So look, I usually look for the ones that look real good, right? But just using this resource alone will boost your design to take it to a whole new level, right? So the images I showed you, so all these images have been taken from this website, right? So I'll be using all this stuff. It looks really good, real crisp. I want to show you guys one more thing. So we have video here. So these are videos, right? So I'm going to use this also as background. So for example, I don't know, let me see, the good old Windows Media Player. See, stuff like this. So I can use this on maybe on a section as a background. Even like, what was the one I was like this? I wanted to use this like for a service card, right? To just be on the background. So that's just showing you the images. And the next would be, run a discovery section with your client and extract all the information you need: goals, demographics, branding, etc. So you need to sit down with your customer and you need to run a discovery session. You need to get all the information you need to obviously write the copy, to obviously know what they want, what their goals are. I know this is a no-brainer, but yeah, you'll be surprised how many people just let the clients tell them what they need and run with that. So you don't get the best results. You know, if you really want the website to convert, have good user experience, you have to be the expert. You have to know what you're doing. You have to really know how to create a website that really moves the needle, that really helps your client. So next, focus on UX and conversion. Yes, the website is built for the target group, not for the business. So the website is built for the customer, right? So you must know who you're building it for. This is the way I look at it, right? 80% target group, 20% is business. It's a fine split. So make sure that the website is set up for the visitors and not the business. So what do I mean by that? If I come on the website, it should not say we're the best business, we're this and that, this, we have won this award, we've done this, we've done that. The website should be for the visitor. So when I come on the website, I should see, we solve this problem, we help you with this. Maybe there be some identification section where the target group can read about themselves, so that they know that we understand their problems, right? So that's the way I'm also going to set up this website. It's more guiding than it's just, for example, this website. It doesn't really guide you. It's just like, okay, this is who we are, or this is what we do, this is our mission, and then maybe here maybe they might speak a little bit about the customer here, and then this is browser our treatments, empower your confidence. These are our treatments. So the website I'm building is more like, what is your problem? How can we help you? Start here. Take this guided, like a guided form to find out what your problem is, so that we can help you. So it's more, you're more guiding the customer. So okay, I've spoken a lot. I'm just thinking, did I forget anything? I think I will leave. I wanted to dive into the variables, where you can set the fonts, the colors, but I think I will leave this for the next video. So I hope you're excited to what we're going to be building, because we'll be diving into the design system. We're going to set the colors. Actually, I've already set the colors, to be honest. So the colors are already set. So I might just have to show you like how you could do it. Just give you a short example on that, because there are a lot of things to change, right? I don't really, once I start a project, I don't really go and change all the spacing. I just leave it the way it is. I just change the color and I change the font family. So I go into I change mostly primary, the base, and maybe that's it. So if the brand has more colors, I might go into accent, secondary, tertiary and stuff. But most of the times it's just primary, base, and maybe accent, and maybe secondary. So mostly that's where I go to. Okay, and last but not least, the font family. Just change it here. You just write the name of the font family, and it changed everywhere. So I've chosen Tenor Sans, Open Sans. Tenor Sans is more minimalistic, classic. So that's the vibe I want to go for. And I already have a logo here. So I just put it here, up here. So this is the logo I'm using. It's also Tenor Sans, as you can see. So we'll be using this logo. Just the wellness spa. And in the next video, I'll just go through, I hope that video will be shorter. I'm just going to go through the colors and show you how you can change the color. So whatever you change will be changed right here. So this is an overview. The transparent colors are not shown. And for your typography, you can see that here. I might also show you, like, I might change the font and just show you how that might look like. So this gives you just a nice overview of the font pairing. Anyways, you can see that more in the next video, and eventually we'll start here, which is the wireframe. I already added a layout structure. So these are the sections we'll be going through while we're building it. I have my sketch pad next to me. I've already sketched out all the different sections I'm going to be using, and some sections have, actually most sections have more than one version, because you need to explore design wise. We need to do that. We don't just create a section and just say, hey, we're going with that. We need to just do a little bit of exploration to see which section works best, which means that I might also create more than one page, which is nice. Yeah. So I'm quite excited for this. That's why I said it's just going to be a little bit different. I've not done this before, so please excuse me if I ramble on too long or talk too long. So I also need feedback. Let me know if you like it. Please like this, share it, and leave your comment behind. Let others know that I'm building a one-page website. I'm starting there. Who knows, I might turn this into multiple pages. But I just need to see how this goes. Okay. Thank you for watching, and have a nice evening or day or afternoon. Bye-bye.